Penny Hardaway had his TV show. It aired Sunday, but it was recorded on April 12th. So maybe this explains his take on sort of when he wants to get the entire team together. He said on his TV show, and it aired on Sunday, that he and the staff, their goal is to get the entire team on campus by June. There is a virtually 0% chance of having the entire team and all these scholarships filled up by June. That's my opinion. Now, crazier things have happened. We're talking about Penny Hardaway and Rick Stansberry. Like I get that. I think there's just about a 0% chance that they get all they need by the beginning of June. That's a month away.
Yeah, it's hard to see that happening, not only because you have 6 roster spots left to fill, but just because of what we've seen in the past. I guess you kind of have to go back and look at what this staff has done and what Penny has done specifically when it comes to recruiting the portal. And even if he feels like he has the majority of the roster done by then, if someone else pops up somewhere,
Naquan Tomlin,
exactly, you better believe that he is going to be involved in some way. So it's just hard to see that coming to fruition. But I think the bigger reason is just there's still so many holes to fill in 1 month. Getting 6 players in the fold that you feel like are either developmental prospects like Baraka Okoji or guys that can contribute immediately, which they need in the front court as we're talking about, and they also need at the wing position. They need it elite. They need a starter there, and then they need probably another guy that can contribute there. So you're looking at multiple positions and maybe not necessarily more high-profile guys by names, but more high-profile guys by teams involved or number and quality of teams involved. So it's just hard to see that happening because you're not going off of your timeline. You're going off of the players that you're recruiting's timeline.
Yeah, and I just think for anybody in any situation, 5 commitments in a calendar month, I can't buy that. Now, I guess like the messaging you could still take positively, and you could sit here and say, well, at least he's saying this and trying to set a goal to get this team all on campus so he understands them and their families a little bit better. But, I mean, I could look at it positively in the fact that it's just, as long as he's not adding new guys in December, I think it could go better than it did a year ago. You know what I mean? Like, as long as this is handled before they get to season, you could feel a lot better about it.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. You don't, regardless of the talent of a player coming in at that time, it does it changes things. It changes the chemistry. It changes the rotations. It changes the way that the minutes are spread out between the players. It just doesn't give you enough time to mesh as a team, even if it's one guy. If it's one guy that's going to be a main contributor, if the team hasn't been practicing with him, or a player believes that he has a certain role and then that role is regressed, maybe he won't be effective. So you almost have subtraction at that point, even by addition. So it's very complicated. You want all the guys in by what, July?
If you can get them in by July or before the semester in August, like, that's fine.
Yeah.
June's not going to happen, though. Like, you just have to accept that.
Yeah.
You're not going to have everybody on campus by June.
Yeah. Now, even if you have everybody committed, there could be holdups.
But that's not necessarily like the end all be all. I'm not going to hold them to that goal because, for one, it's not attainable, and 2, it's not necessary, really.
No,
it would be great. It would be a great thing if you got that done, but it's not a necessity.
No, I don't. It's not going to hold up this team's success if everyone's there July rather than June, or in the beginning of August rather than June. Yeah, I mean, you may be a little bit further behind the 8 ball than you would like to be, but you're still going to have the majority of your team and probably the majority of your main contributors on campus by that point. You still just have a couple of guys left to get in the fold. So I don't think it's bad getting guys on campus in July or even early August, but June just seems way out of the realm. And like you said, that was recorded a little over 2 weeks ago, so we know how quickly things change in the recruiting world, so that probably plays a part in it as well.